Hello, hello. I was sharing and I'm going to see if I can get it pulled up now on my iPad. Uh-oh. It's going to take it just a minute. So hello, hello. Hope everyone has had a great Monday. There we go. Yes, all right. I am up and ready and here we go. All right. Hey, Miss Deb, how are ya? Make sure I've got the comments up here now. There we go. I don't have much to share with you tonight before we start crafting because, well, my big retreat is done and over with, and I have to shut the door because now the dog is coming in. I'm not sure any of you can see her, but all right, go see Daddy. There you go. I forgot to shut the door. All right, so the big retreat's over with, so I don't have anything to share as far as that goes. I do have bingo coming up on the 9th, and I have posted some of that information on my Facebook page, so make sure you go over there and check out the information for the bingo. That will be September the 9th at 2 o'clock right after class. So the other thing is, and I don't know what your full name is, and I'm sorry for that, as YouTube doesn't necessarily always give you a full name, but it's Austin5619. You are the winner from the last YouTube live that I had, not last week, but the week before. So make sure that you reach out to me by email, which is in the description of this video, to get your prize mailed to you. And then the last thing I have is, this is the card, and actually I'm going to put you down for this because I want you to see. Make sure I've got it going on here. There we go. All right, so this is the card for the August tutorial, and I don't think I've ever actually showed you guys this. Not sure why. Maybe because it was at the bottom of the stack of a whole bunch of cards I had sitting on my desk. But this is it. So you get you get a tutorial bundle from me that includes usually 40 plus projects in it, and that is from demonstrators from all over the world. So it's a great big bundle set, and this is my card for this month, and it's a little fun fold. So I thought it was really cute. I also really love this stamp set, and I think it's going to be a YouTube live coming up. I just have to come up with a couple more projects for it. So anyway, for every $50 you spend with me, you get that tutorial bundle for free. So that is it. Tonight we are going to play with our paper pumpkin, and that will be our prize giveaway for this week. I'll cover up my address there. So you will get the August 2023 paper pumpkin, and it's called Meaningful Flowers. I am going to tell you this. I was expecting something a little different with this month's paper pumpkin. This is the cards for it. I was really excited about it, having the extra stamp set, but I opened it and it really wasn't what I was expecting. I will say, of course, I created projects. I created 3, and I definitely like it better, but I cannot tell you that I like and I'm completely overjoyed with the way it is intended. So I hope I can make you fall in love with it. I do think that it is a great stamp set. So of course, one of the projects is a case from the back, which I really liked. And then the other 2 were ones that I came up with that I like as well. So I have fallen in love with the stamp set. Let's just say that. Yeah, there probably is, but when we start crafting, Sharon, that glare hopefully should go away. It's because of the whiteness that's there. But these are the 2 projects that that were kind of how it was intended. So the sentiment was supposed to be on the inside. I didn't like that, so I put it on the outside. And then this one here is supposed to tuck in behind this piece here. And I didn't like that either, so I put it on top because I really felt like you were supposed to, it's like a pull out, I guess, so it's kind of like a fun fold per se, but I didn't like it. And yeah, and I thought it was kind of hard to understand for someone that you would be sending a card to that may not do card making. So I just put it on the outside, and I think this now I like. I didn't necessarily like it inside of it. So anyway, there we go. So now I hope you do fall in love with the other projects, because I do feel like these projects are really good. All right. Although I could be biased. You know, I tend to be when it's my own projects sometimes. Okay, so this is going to be our first project. And I will say I do like these cutouts here of the flowers. It does make for quick and easy cards too. So it is actually a lily. And that, and then they have a small one. And the stamp set, actually, let me show you those really quick. Let's see if I can, let's do it with this. That you might be able to see it a little bit better. So it comes with a lily pad, and then you've got some sentiments here. It's called, you've got, you are capable of amazing things. Your friendship is unforgettable. You rise above the rest. And then you've got the forget-me-not flowers right there. And then on the second stamp set, because you know this one came with that extra little stamp set, you've got a big lily there, and I think that's what they're called, a water lily. Thank you, Deb. Yep. So it's a water lily. You got a large one, and then you got a small one, and then you've got this stem for it. So you could change it into something else, because I wasn't quite sure that a water lily really had a stem, but I guess it does. I guess it has maybe a real small one. But anyway, you can make it anything you want to. I'm pretty good at doing that myself, because, you know, when it's crafting, you have the ability to change it to whatever you want it to be. That is my motto, so that you know that you can like it, right? So anyway, I played around with it. I stamped it a couple times. I stamped all the stamps just so that I could kind of figure out what to do and how I liked it and all that good stuff. And I do like the combination of the colors, though. That I did like. All right, so this one, we're taking some pretty peacock. We're going to add a piece of gold foil, and we're going to actually take another piece of pretty peacock, and we're going to put it just right onto the front. Now, I know you're probably thinking that I'm wasting a whole lot of gold foil, but I don't use gold foil very often. So for me, it wasn't really worth the hassle of going through and cutting it. So I very rarely use gold foil. And when I do, it's very small pieces. So, but you can definitely cut out the center part if you want to save it. All right, so we're just gonna add this right here. Give it a nice, good gold border. Then we're going to pop this up onto our card base. And it comes with lots of dimensionals in this kit, so you have plenty of dimensionals to pop everything up. So one of the things I do love about the paper pumpkin is that you can grab it and a pair of scissors, and you have everything in the kit to create all the cards for when you're traveling, or you know, going to the doctor's office and sitting for hours. You can be productive. Add the frog from the, I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking, Margie. All right, so we are going to adhere this right here in our center. Then we're going to flip this over. And again, that's one of the cutouts from the stamp set. And we're going to put a whole bunch of dimensionals on, because you know it drives me crazy not to. Put one there, and then we'll put one in the center. And this set, this paper pumpkin, came with linen thread. Y'all know how I feel about linen thread. So I was super excited about that. But I will say, yes, Kathy Trimley, I am. Well, I mean, I don't know if I like it yet or not, but it's starting to grow on me. I think it had to grow on me last time it was a part of Stampin' Up! Too. I think it had to grow on me last time too. But linen thread is a part of this kit. I have already used just about the whole roll that they gave you. They don't give you a whole lot, but I was super excited about the linen thread. Okay, we're going to stamp our sentiment. If I can find it. Here we go. I put it in the wrong bucket. And we're going to stamp it right here in the center. And this die cut is directly from the kit as well. Then we're just going to take some scissors and we're going to trim at an angle on both sides, just like that. I will say, when I was originally making this card, I did take the Forget-Me-Not stamp and I kind of stamped in the background with the pretty peacock, and I didn't like it, but you could always add maybe some other flowers to the background to kind of give it like a full bouquet kind of deal, but I felt like one simple one was good. Okay, so then we're going to adhere this right here, but first, before we do that, let's add our linen thread bow, because then we're going to put the sentiment over it. All right. All right, so then we're going to put a glue dot. I'm going to grab some small little glue dots that have come in a paper pumpkin kit before. So that, because this is a small linen thread, it's thin, it allows me to not have as much of a bulk. And then we're going to stick it right about here. Now we're going to put dimensionals on either side. And I'm going to use the edges to do that. I'm going to cut two small ones. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. And then we're just going to adhere it at an angle. Might need to cut this one down just a little bit more. There we go. And then we're going to put this one at an angle too. And I cut that one too long as well. All right. Yep. There we go. All right, so then we'll take off the backs and then we're going to straddle it over our bottom part, which is popped up. So that center will automatically be popped up because your stem is popped up. All right, there we go. And then because we did gold in the background here, I pulled these out. These were part of my retreat this past weekend. So I'm going to use the gold from that. Everybody got a little gift for it. Well, they got lots of gifts, but this was one of the many gifts. And then we're going to stick, let's see, that's 3 and that's 4. And let's do one more. Let's put it right there. Okay, so simple and easy. And then last but not least, all you have to do is just put one of these on the inside so that you can write your message. And we'll stick it right there. You could also stamp that Forget-Me-Not. And actually, let's do that. Let's stamp the whole bundle. Hey, Karen. Yes, it really was. And you know what? Your to-go one will be at the office, but if you don't pick any of that stuff up from the office before bingo, I will bring you everything that's in that room waiting for you. But yes, yours is at the office. And it was really good to just sit and craft and not have to worry about anything. And just, we laughed and we talked and You know, that's always the best part. I think we did more talking than we actually did crafting. So I did, Deb. I did. And you know, that I meant to actually point that out. So if you actually look on the back of your card, of the card bases on this one, it will tell you the different, and actually this is a lotus flower. That's what they call it. The lotus flower stands for strength, resilience, wisdom. And then it has like a little blurb there for you as well. And then the other one, the forget-me-not flower. Love, devotion, memories. So yeah, so that part is really cool. I do like that they give you the meanings and like a little blurb on it. So fun times on that one, yes. They did a good job adding that. Like it does make it, you know, it makes it stand out a little bit for sure. All right, so that's card number 1. And I'm gonna set that aside so I don't get ink on it. Let me put my little pieces up here. Maybe. It's not wanting to go back in. There we go. I got these little packages. They're like passport holders, and they work really well to keep all of my stuff together. All right, for my embellishments. Okay, card number 2. Card number 2 is the one I told you that there was one I cased, and this one is the one I cased. I will say this layout, this cut, the color combination, this made me fall in love, which is kind of where I started. Sometimes when I don't like a kit as much as I thought I would or whatever, I always start with those alternatives that are on the back. And I can promise you, once you do that, you start to fall in love with the product. Because the Paper Pumpkin team, they come up with some really good alternatives, really good. Okay, so let's do, I've done most of the cutting and stuff, so you don't have to watch me do all that. The only one you're gonna have to watch me do is cut out this big one. And I went ahead and stamped it by accident. So, I did use Bubble Bath though for it because I felt like that was a lighter pink. And then I'm gonna pull out these here. We're gonna stamp our sentiment using Pecan Pie, which honestly has become one of my favorite browns. I thought I would miss Soft Suede, but I love Pecan Pie, so I am not missing it as of yet. All right, so we'll stamp that there. You could also stamp that in some early espresso, and that would be a good color for it, for that background part. All right, and then we've got our little lily pad here, and we are going to grab a scratch piece of paper somewhere. All right, we are gonna stamp off. Well, I did stick it that way. Okay, so we're gonna stamp off, and then we're gonna stamp right about here. Then we're gonna stamp off again, and then we're gonna stamp right about here. Okay, and hold on just a second. Ooh, bless me, sorry. I don't know where that came from. All right, and then we're gonna do our stems, but let's fussy cut first and kind of figure out where we want our placement of our flowers. So let's do the thing that none of us really likes. Well, there are some people who like it, but y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of fussy cutting since I'm not very good at it. But this one's not too bad. Well, I always say that. It's not too bad. You know, sometimes you just deal with it. You just make it happen. All right. it will take me a little longer because it has a lot of turns with it, so I'm sorry. That's why I honestly did the other one, so that you didn't have to watch me do all that. Because we'd be here all night if I had to cut both of them. And I'm trying to leave a white border around it so that you can't really see my mess ups, but I am trying to move just a tad bit faster. So with that, I'm not leaving a perfect border around it, but that's okay. All right. And we're almost there. Sometimes I have to concentrate when I'm fussy cutting. Or as one of my downline says, she says fussy cussing. And she says it makes her cuss. And sometimes I guess it can. All right, so now we've got our placements here. And then we're going to take, I'm going to move this up a little bit more there, and we're going to move that one there. Okay, then I'm going to take this little scrap piece here again. We're going to take the stem. Thank you, Margie. We're going to take this stem, and then we're going to stamp it right here, right there. And then we're going to do it again right here. And I'm doing this at full strength. Okay. All right. And let me set that aside before I get it all over myself. All right. So now we're going to flip this over. We are going to take some of our foam adhesive strips. And we are going to just wrap it around our circle here. Like that. Let's grab another one. And we are not doing a shaker card. No shaker. But I want that sentiment to be stepped back some off of this top part, so that's why I'm using that, because even though I cut this out using a bigger circle than I did here, I still want to make sure that it adheres where I want it to, and you need it to have the liquid close. So, all right, now before I adhere it, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to randomly cut in a couple places to get a little bit of that tension off of the adhesive strips, since it's in a circle. Okay. Then we're going to place that there. We're going to look through our hole, figure out where we want the placement to be, and then down. Okay. And you see how it's barely covering in some of those areas for that adhesive. That's why I used that foam adhesive around it. All right, let's go ahead and adhere some more foam adhesive. Your foam adhesive is a little taller than your regular dimensionals. So if you use foam adhesive, you want to kind of stick to that foam adhesive. And your paper pumpkin dimensionals are taller than your regular dimensionals. So mixing and matching them will cause a height difference. All right, there we go. Then we'll stick this back in. And now we will turn this back over, and we're going to adhere these, and these are both going to be flat since we've got the foam on the back of our card layer there. So we're just going to take some seal. We're going to put this one right about here. Actually, we can move it down just a touch. Okay, and then this one is going to go right about here. Let's actually turn it a little bit this way. There we go. Now let's take our card base and let's fold it in half. We're going to take our piece of DSP, and this is from the gingham ribbon, and we're just going to adhere it straight to our front. And I'm going to grab grab some liquid glue. And we're going to go with the smaller pattern. And then we'll put this right to our card front. Then we're going to stack it like a pile of papers. Flip this over. Take off all of our backs. And then we will stick this right onto our card front. So you're just having a hint of that pecan pie sticking out of your card there. We're going to take some of the adhesive. These are the embellishments that came in the kit. So we're going to take a few of those and we're going to splatter them around. And you can't really see them unless you put them at an angle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more. We'll stick it right there. So they are clear, which, you know, putting it on anything just kind of takes all the color right out of where you put them, right? So that is card number 2. Now I'm going to take and stamp on the inside. I'm going to stamp this largest flower using the bubble bath. We're just gonna stamp it right there. Ta-da! I'm not. Yep, I did it on the sample too. All right, so that is card number 2. Oh, y'all, I forgot to put the ribbon. Forgot to put the linen thread. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna open a new one. All right, gotta tie a bow. Cannot forget the linen thread. All right, and then we will use those small mini glue dots again from the paper pumpkin kit so that it doesn't stick out too bad. And leave everything sticky. All right. It doesn't want me to take the back off. There we go. And then we'll stick this right here. There we go. Now we are officially done with card number 2. Okay, and then the last card is really simple. Really, really simple. This is card number 3, and this uses the actual card base from this one. So it's going to have the lotus flower information on the back, which I know is a little weird considering the fact that's not a lotus flower, but it's okay. You could cut off the Orchid Oasis card base and apply it to like a white front if you wanted to. I decided not to. I decided to leave it just like it was. All right, so this right here, this piece is the inside piece of that one. So it has that forget-me-not flower on the back, but you won't see that, unfortunately. All right, so let's stamp our sentiment. And we're going to use garden green to do that. right to there. And we are going to flip this piece over. We're going to put a bunch of dimensionals on the back of it. And now I can hear Maggie whining at the door. She wants in. All right, we'll stick this on our card front. And I did cut this piece down so that it would fit onto the card front. We'll turn this over and put dimensionals on it as well. This is really a quick and easy card. And then we're gonna stick it right there, right about here. Okay, now we are going to take a garden green pen and let's take our little instructions here. And I'm gonna flick some garden green onto our card front. So I'm just gonna take, this is actually one of the new Stampin' Right markers. So the point, what I call the point end, it looks different than our ones before, but our brush side still looks the exact same. Okay, so I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put my brush tip inside of my cap, and I'm just gonna flick, literally flick, so that it causes to have kind of like a splatter across the front. And sometimes you got to do it more than once, but I think that is perfect. Now, I've got this left on that roll, so I think I can use it. We'll see if I have enough. All right, we're gonna open this up and we're gonna wrap our twine around. 1, 2, ooh, it might be barely there. All right, oh, let me move this now. All right, we're gonna try to tighten it up just a little bit, just to make sure we've got enough linen thread. Hold on. One of them is not playing nice. It looks like it's the first one. All right, let's pull it. All right, I don't know what I did. What did I do? All right, this needs to be wrapped around this way. That's what I did. I just undid it. Okay, so we've got that. Now it's tight. And then let's wrap this one around one more time. There we go. All right. I think I got it now. And then we're going to tie a bow. We're going to move it just a little bit, just since I'm almost out of linen thread on this roll. I still have plenty of linen thread. But you got to use it all, you know? All right. And then I can adjust this by turning it to get it to where I want it to go. So then you can just pull it like that. There we go. All right. Last but not least, we're going to add those embellishments again. And we're going to put one here, and we're going to put a little one right here. And then we're just going to put another large one right here. And then that is card number 3. So quick and easy. Again, let me pull in those cards so that you can see them. I do not have the blog post up yet. I've got to add the pictures, so I will get that done and then get that posted for everyone. But here are the 3 cards we created tonight. Don't forget, when you like and share the video, I put your name into the drawing, and I will be giving away one of these. Oops, not my address. I will be giving away one of the Meaningful Flowers paper pumpkins for this time. So there you go. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. All of the information is in the description of this video, so make sure you check that out. And again, I will let you know once the blog post is up and running. All right, everyone, have a great night, and I will see you next week. Bye.